defense director, right?
Yeah.
We're real proud of her. And that just happened a few months ago, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
December.
And Lynne's been with us for a while. How many years?
Pampered Chef or you?
Yeah. Pampered Chef.
Pampered Chef, 16 years this month.
Yeah, wow. And she's a military wife, currently still active duty, her husband is, and she's got a story to tell. But anyway, she's also going to tell you a little bit more about, she was overseas and actually did this overseas for a while and actually made it work. She's got a pretty cool story. But I really admire Lynne because she's very focused and she's turned her kind of a moderate, mediocre business into something that's really cooking right now, which is very exciting.
So we're hot.
We're working on
getting hot. So we're working on it.
Steaming hot.
Yeah, when Nancy asked me to speak, I don't think I do anything different than anybody else does it. But I'll tell you, being in this business for 16 years, what my bottom line is, I want to encourage you, whether you're here for 16, 26, or 6 days, okay? Don't be hard-headed like I was. Don't wait 16 years to make this business really work for you, okay? I'm a military wife, and I can't even count how many times I've moved my business. So you guys know about getting started. Well, I've done it about 7 times, okay? Or so, I can't remember now, it's too many. But a couple years ago, we moved to Italy, and I had to make a big decision. I had been a director for a long time, but moving to Italy took my business to a level that I was just, my goal was to sustain my directorship and keep active, because my husband was in command, and so that cut out about 1/3 of all the people that were on the island where we were. But I did it, and my team did it, which was really cool. For 2 years, we did it, okay, by the skin of our teeth, but we did it, okay? So I felt really good about that. And then I got back here, and I started thinking, you know, actually, I wasn't thinking at all about my business, but I was really good at playing office. Anybody else relate to that? I can push my pile of papers from here to there all day long, and I am busy. I am so busy. I have 3 kids, and my business is so busy, right? And I just kept going and going and going, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm busy all the time, but I'm not doing anything. My bank account doesn't show how busy I am, okay? So I'm talking one thing, but I see the results that weren't there, frankly. So I'm like, okay, well, I need to do something about this, and I am not a numbers person. I am not a salesperson. I know I am, but I don't look into the numbers, or I didn't. And then something happened with my business. I got back from Italy, and we got back in July. I didn't have a cooking show until, I think, October was my first show, okay? Somehow, though, I kept it alive all those times, catalog shows and, you know, odds and ends. I was so busy, okay? So busy. So finally, October, I started doing shows again, and, you know, what I found was that I was very easily distracted. I was busy, but I wasn't making any money. I was busy, but I didn't have very many shows on my calendar, but I was always busy. So anyway, fast forward, I got distracted by this kid or that kid or this husband or this situation, but I was busy, all right? So then conference comes this past year. I go to conference, and I'm there, and I love conference. And I'm an advocate. I've been to conference every single year for 16 years, except for the 2 years that we were in Italy. A little expensive there, but I highly encourage you to go if you haven't thought about it, because it will change your outlook on your business, all right? So I go to conference, and I'm having my upline director, Nancy Jo Ryan, and I was sitting in her suite, and we had a session, and she made me look at numbers, okay? She's a freaking accountant, okay? And I'm so not, okay? Paint me a pretty picture and let's have fun is all about what I want to do. So we sat down and we looked at numbers. I looked at every number. She pulled out every report and made me scrutinize what I was doing. I was so busy, but I had no shows. And all of a sudden, the numbers started becoming clear to me. I understood now that numbers were real, okay? What I was saying I was doing was playing office and saying I was busy, and my numbers called me out on it.
Yeah.
So we broke down everything. We broke down shows. We broke down show averages. We broke down catalog show averages. We broke down number of shows. We broke down average orders per show for shows and catalog shows, and how I was going to make my life different, because now my goals changed with Pampered Chef too, because now I have 2 kids going to college and I got to pay for it. Okay, so I can play all day long and I can play office, but the numbers right now are screaming in my face and I've got to make it happen, right? So we put a plan together, and I knew from the time I left her suite in Louisville, I knew what I had to do every week. I knew how much money I needed to have in income and how much I needed to sell and how many orders that was and how many people I needed to be talking to. So we broke it down. It started to make sense to me. All of a sudden, for the first time in my life, I liked numbers, okay? Because numbers don't lie, all right? So fast forward, I come home and basically went to work. I didn't play in my office anymore. And a big part of that was you need, and I don't know about you guys, but in my life, I need an accountability partner that is not only my friend, but can tell me the truth, okay? And Teresa and I have worked together for years, and she knows me well enough to say, get over it. Get on with it and do what you're saying that you need to do. And I can hear that from her, and we do that for each other. So if you don't have an accountability partner in your life that can be truthful with you and tell you what you need to hear, and you also, during this time, I realized that while I'm pushing papers around and all busy, that I realized I really was at a point that I was not coachable anymore. Okay, that hurt, because I thought I was an agreeable person, but when I started really thinking about it and think about what people would say that I needed to do, I'd get a toot about it. I don't need to do that. I got it all. I've been here for 15 years. Yeah, I've been right here for 15 years. Get over it. All right, time to move on. All right, so I said, okay, well, maybe there's a little glimmer of hope. So I changed my attitude, and I started becoming thirsty for everything that is great in our business. I started taking every class I could take. I started going to everything that I could be involved with, that I could be better at what I did. So, through a lot of hard work, setting office hours, accountability calls, working on every program, taking power clubs, doing everything I could do to drink in what successful people were doing in our business, I set some goals. And Nancy wanted me to share this with you guys because I'm also a visual person, and this too came from a kick in the rear end from Teresa, okay? And what I did was I put this together because I can't grow on my own. So it's a visual for my team to actually see, and we bring this to every single meeting so that people know in my team what our goals are for sales, bookings, number of shows, what's this, recruits, and promotions. So we have 5 wickets that we're working on every single month to grow. And so from this, we actually were able to promote a director, and which promoted our team to an advanced director in the hardest month of the year, in December. So don't ever think that, you can't do it. If you're like me and you do a little soul searching and you figure out that maybe you're not quite as coachable as you'd like to be, that's a little painful, but it will take you to the next level. You work with your people, you set your goals, you look at the numbers because they really are your friend and they do not lie. Other things lie. Your feelings will lie to you. I don't feel like doing a show, but guess what? My bank account needs to feel that cushion. So, really dig deep. Think about it. Look for an accountability partner. Look for every opportunity that you can feed yourself something that's going to take you to the next level. And whether you've been here 6 days or 16 years, if you set your goals and you write them down and you share them with the people that you care about and that you believe in, anything's possible.
That's right. Yay!
I forgot the numbers.
I asked Lynne, and I'm sure Lynne doesn't go out and blab this all over, but this is important for us to know. I wanted to find out what kind of paycheck that you got. Could you share with us from last January to this January?
Yeah.
Please do.
Okay, see the numbers. I still kind of run away from them if I can. All right, so I brought got this. But this is, you know, this is what we've done in 1 year on my team, and it's definitely a team effort. Okay. Last January in 2014, my paycheck was $695. It's all right,
How many
right?
shows was that, Lynn?
Oh, you're gonna ask me all that. I don't know.
You don't know.
What's going on here?
Oh, okay. You got the summary. Okay.
Yeah.
No big deal.
That was 4 shows. I think that was right.
That's
okay.
fine, right?
Yeah,
Sounds
4
right.
shows. Yeah. Now, going to 2015 in January, no, that's not the total either. Sorry about that. Here we go. See, I do still have to look at the numbers really closely to get them in here. Let's see. Total overrides. Okay. All right, see, now you're going to confuse me. All right, I'm going to tell you a different number that I can read, all right? And that's only my commission. That didn't include any of the overrides. That's what that number was. But what's impressive about that number in my own personal business, because I literally went to work, okay? I don't play work anymore. I have office hours, and I go to work every day. This is my job now. This is my full-time job, and that's what I tell people. My commission increased from 1 year 152%.
Whoa.
Okay, where have you ever worked anywhere that you got a raise more than 10%? 152% from 1 year to the next. February, same thing, 147% increase from last year. All right, these are real. You can look at these numbers and probably read them better than I can. But also, commissionable, this personal team. What is this? Number of cooking shows went up. There you go. There's the number I was looking for. Yeah. Number of cooking shows went up 150% from 2014 to 2015. And it went up 100% in February.
Right.
So if you take a look at these numbers, it shows that you really do work. I'm not playing office anymore. I'm actually working my business, and it's rewarding all of us as a team. And I just, you know, thanks to everybody, because it's a team effort. It's Nancy, it's Teresa, it's Meredith, it's a lot of success, right?
It's a lot of success.
Yeah. So anyway,
thank you.